Listen. Yeah. Yes, God. Get that out of there. Everybody, it's your boy Matty Rants. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode of Drag Race France, Season 2, Episode 2. I believe it's time for the show, or it's Showtime is the name of this episode. My apologies for not having that fully together. I appreciate every single one of you for tuning in today. Do me a favor, hit that like button, share, and subscribe, and become a part of this Rant Pack family. And I appreciate all of those who participate in not only these live chat conversations, but watch the playbacks, as well as participate in the community chats and polls and all of that stuff. And for those of you who answered my question this morning, I thank you sincerely from the bottom of my heart. Let's start the show today and let's keep that going here. I don't want to make this a negative video today. So it's at Matty Rants everywhere except for Twitter, which is at the Matty Rants. You can find that all in the description down below. If you grab yourself a branch and eat a little bit of that fruit, you'll find all of those social media places and spaces at that Linktree link. So give it a click. It'll take you to Twitter as well as Facebook. I need to add my threads on there, but it's kind of the same screen name. So it works out either way. Also, I do reactions on Patreon. This episode is on my Patreon right now for as low as $1 a month. So please check that out and take a look at it if you will. And also bookable on Cameo.com. Because I've been criticized in the past for being very nasty and malicious and rude, as well as other things that aren't true. I just want to make sure that everybody understands that this show is for entertainment purposes only, and content is not intended to malign any religion, race, company, individual, or wigs. And all opinions expressed by myself and program participants are solely their personal views and do not reflect the opinions of every human being on the planet. And no hate should be sent to any of the shows or individuals mentioned on this program, so please do not be rude. And if you feel uncomfortable after viewing this, by all means, I have merch available at dragqueenmerch.com. Get you some. It'll be great of you to support me through that avenue as well. So I thank y'all for tuning in today. If you want to drop a tip in my jar for a single father of one, help me pay for medical bills now, but paypal.me/MattyRants, cash up $MattyRants, and Venmo MattyRants. I most certainly would appreciate it, especially with how things are going on right now. But it's not necessary for your participation in this channel. So if you can't, sincerely, I just thank you for watching my show and sharing it on any platform that you have and hitting the thumbs up button and just getting the comment section. It's really important for the algorithm for this channel to be successful and to succeed. So I sincerely appreciate it. Thanks all for tuning in today. So let's go ahead and get this episode started and start talking about Drag Race France Season 2. This episode 2 for y'all today. Go ahead and get this posted up for you. And again, thanks for tuning in. All right, so just to start off this episode, we did lose somebody from the first episode, unlike another show that we've gone through before, but it was Rose. And we lost a rose, a kiss from a rose, if you will, but not with the jagged edge of the skin that is Seal's. But Kitty Space read off the lipstick message, and we moved on from that moment here. It is a tough and tight competition, so all is understandable. Please forgive me. This is probably going to be a very short episode for myself. Let's get it started. My apologies, y'all. So listen, this group comes in the next day and it is very much, all right, we're ready to go. Soldiers on board. Toot. I'm here for it. I really am. I did like this episode. It made me feel a lot better yesterday. Now, Nikki Doll is giving you all kinds of in the Navy. Not really, but yes, indeed, in the Navy, all that kind of stuff. But in the acid wash of it all. But I mean, listen, we got a mini challenge today. We had a maxi challenge. We had deep conversations in the workroom. We also had like season 1 queens here. It was a lot. So I was like, okay, they should have put me through it today with these screenshots, but we're going to do what we got to do. Now, they had to do a dance to a song, Panda Pandy or Pandy Panda, and had to get into quick drag, but they had to present themselves as a panda. Well, I think some of them got the note, but I don't think it was really that serious. So moving forward, I don't think it was that serious. I think it just went off of whoever they thought it was. What I'll do, y'all, at the end of this, I'll give y'all like an idea of just what's happening. But I want to just focus on the review right now because that's keeping me going here. So moving past this moment and just going forward here, we saw some people do a funny time, a good job. There were some scary moments from certain folks, some things I didn't understand and what was happening. And a few people, that new game has gotten people really into it. And then knees on the floor. But listen, Moon was the winner of this mini challenge, and they won a signed copy of the song, the CD from the artist that made the song. But it's not the artist who signed the CD. It was Nikki Doll. I said Drag Race Mexico and Drag Race France with these stunt prizes. I was like, that baby deserved like some skincare, cream, makeup, toilet paper. Shit's expensive. So I didn't understand that. I was like, okay, thank you. I guess this was for fun. Nikki, no shade. That autograph didn't, girl, this would have been me. This would have been me. The moment she said that, what, can I sell this for something? Can I get money back? Rent is due. Listen, but we have a maxi challenge that is the talent show. Like, this is crazy. It almost feels like a little ass backwards, but it's not. But they, instead of doing that the first episode, it's the second episode, and they're going to be judged by the season 1 queens that are going to be there for this. Antoine, I thank you so much for the tippy poo on my PayPal. Hope you feel better, Matty. I wish you the best. I'll talk about it after this, but I just want to get through the review first so that nobody accuses me of using my platform to just be. I'm gonna talk about it a little bit. It's a lot of stuff happening. Your boy was. I almost didn't make it the other day. I'm just gonna be very real with you. Thank God for Mama Chan. But let's please get back into this episode here. Again, apologies for my energy. Just talk about this show right to you right now. Mama Wata, I gotta send you my love. I honestly have been through the same similar situation when it comes to my own father in conversion therapy. I was threatened many of time with that. Compromises were made where I was put into sports or sent to summer camps that were for men to be men in order to raise them as men. Believe me, I understand, but I could never understand or get to the level of seeing electroshock therapy be used to cure something that's not a disease or an illness. It's not a mental illness. There's nothing wrong with being who you are. So, like, hearing mommy's side of this from a fellow Black person as well in certain situations and occasions where I have had to sit there and excuse me for just 1 second because Mama Chum about to get me to cuss him out real quick. Thank you for your patience. My whole TV was about to fall. Someone popped themselves up behind it, and I watched him trying to climb the back of my television. And so I had to get off camera for just a second here and get Mamu Chan together real quick. So give me a second here. That he's in his teenager phase right now, and I have seen a new side of my child. I love him. He's also been way more affectionate lately because he knows daddy's not been feeling good, and I've been very sad and also in pain. So he's been very, very, whenever you go to bed, I'm sleeping literally on top of you or next to you. So I love my son. But there have been a couple of things that have been happening where I'm like, are you okay? Have you lost your mind? Like, you know better what's going on. And child, I like this TV. So no. Now I know I got it. Oh, you coming over here now, baby? You want to pop up? Nah. Did y'all hear him? Hold on. Come here. Come here. Come here, my baby boy. Come here. You want to sit down right here? You want to get on the table? Here, you can get on the table. Go ahead. You just can't get on the TV, baby. Okay? You just cannot get on the TV. All right, so back to this episode here. I felt mommy, and I've been there, done that, the full works of it. I've never gone to like a full conversion therapy, but I've gone to mission camps, and there was one called there was this learn to be a man kind of camp. Not you can see my cat trying to get my mic. But yes, like conversion, like that kind of bit. So I totally understand mommy, baby, 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 baby. Thank you. Um, it just was a lot to take in, and I'm glad that the entire room opened themselves up to this conversation. You know, I you know very much was mamu, 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 mamu. Thank you. Again, my cat is trying to make sure I'm okay. Let's get into this. Now, I did Ginger, I was kind of like, I guess this was like the open up moment, and let's all talk about our coming out experiences here. I don't know if that took away from mommy or something like that, or if it was just let's add on top of adding on. I don't want to take away from that, but like I thought it was very interesting. We get this very deep story, and then all of a sudden, well, my family's fine, but when it initially happened, this took place, and I was like, huh. But I said, okay, everyone's just expressing themselves. We're doing it out of love and all of that. No, you get to be on camera because you're doing the most. Yeah, now you on the camera. Now they got to see you. Okay, so all my love to everybody on this cast, whatever they've been through, whatever they're going through, whatever they're going through. You know, they have my heart for that, and I just was like, did you just knock my whole tablet over? Get away from me, son. Get away from me. Give me an hour. Oh my God, is it broken? Please, God. Please, God, don't let it be broken. Okay. I know y'all heard that crash too. It was like, bow. I'm like, all right, so listen, let's get to this. Shout out to the judges this week. I did think that, you know, I want to give Nikki some love here, but this dress I felt was very play production a little bit. I thought she was about to sing a song from a Disney musical, very much that energy. I'm not even trying to be rude about it. I was just like, girl, I thought you were about to start singing something. My cat is, his birthday is November 18th. And it's July the, what is it, 12th. So December, January, February, March, April, May, June. He's almost 8 months. He'll be 8 months on the 18th. So he's 7 months right now. Daphne Berkey looks cool. Kitty Smile, I'm here for you sitting down, child. When that outfit was up, I couldn't do your friend. I'm sorry. I was like, what? No, girl. I listen, hey, shout to your surgeon. And then for the guest judge here, Zahia Deher. Now she's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. But I'm not even trying to be nasty about this because I've been accused of that by having an opinion on people and me not just saying everybody looks great and then moving on because they feel I'm being nasty or whatever. I wasn't, girl, nah. She was pretty, but I I didn't know. I was like, I don't know. She gave me disinterested the entire time, even when they asked her, are you happy to be here? Or what's your favorite thing? And it's like, Drag Race keeps me young. And I'm like, I wouldn't know from this episode because you didn't seem to. Maybe that's just your energy. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I don't know. I wasn't feeling Miss Mama. I was like, girl, she's kind of dead in the water, but okay, work for her. Work. She's pretty. And Nikki's like, I've done this and you've done that and we've done this. And I thought to myself, well, one's got a personality and the other, I haven't seen it. So there you go. Now, the season 1 queens return. Because of me, am going to just have a full shot of them. Don't they all look great? Now, Lolita don't look like she started her job at Drag Race Mexico yet when she did this, let me come back over here. Or she just remembers her time on Drag Race France and was like, y'all not getting the best of me today. Fuck you hoes. I said it because I meant it. I think the Grand Dame looks fucking great. I think Soe de Muse is still everything and still one of my favorite queens to ever grace the Drag Race franchises, period. I live for Soa de Muse. I think Cam looks good. Like, everybody looks really good. It was really nice to see all of the season 1 people come back, and it was really cute to have them on there again. I'm there. Matty needs a holiday in France to understand. Is that the energy? We're just quiet out there, huh, babe? Is that what it is, Keith? We're quiet. We don't be giving too much. Is that why they were mad at Lolita Banana for being so loud? Because she gives North American and Central and South American teas where we up and up. Oh, yeah. I was here for the top 3 was eating. I was like, okay. And for those of you who didn't know who the top 3, it's I almost said Madame LaQueer. In what universe? Maybe another one. The Grand Dame, Soa de Muse, and Paloma were our top 3. Don't get it confused now, all right? But yeah, I thought, okay. I was like, yeah, it's so nice to see everybody. My favorite look, Luca, it's going to go to, it's honestly top 3 in Cam. Top 3 in Cam. Yeah, Soa, Grand Dame, and Paloma were eating it up for me. Even though I could see Paloma's a little padded titty when she was sitting down. But Cam, I thought was fucking cute. I was like, this is adorable. And her makeup was severe. Severe. Like, she painted around her eyes. Girl, please. It was, I was like, oh, this is nasty. Go in, girl. I thought that was really, really cute. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Become part of this Rant Pack family. Now on to the talent show. You see what I'm talking about with that little, I said, look at that little sockable titty right there. I said, yes, honey. Then she said, I want a B-booby. A B-boob. A B-boob. A B-boob. All right. Do we have to talk? Like, what do we say to this? Amazing. Legendary. Actually, that's what we can say. Legendary. I'm like, Nikki, I know that Legendary got canceled, but are you about to take that statement and saying and turn it into Drag Race France's thing? Because I need to pick a bone with you. Let's not do. Kiona is everything. Everything. That, ladies and gentlemen, was voguing. That was all the elements. I actually was so happy she did floor performance on top of that. The girls didn't know. And then, mind you, Leviathan, shout out to B. Amos. Hey, friend. I know who B. Amos is. B. Amos actually was going to work on an intro song for me and Jamar at one point in time. And I'm very familiar with their work and a big fan of theirs. So shout out to B. Amos. Love you, baby. Glad to hear you on the beat. Because I was like, say what? That was me. I was like, not Drag Race would have cut that B. Amos part out, y'all. Drag Race France said, no, we're going to give them time today. No, but she hit them dips perfectly. Her hands were great. Her catwalk was perfect. That floor performance was nasty. I was like, yes, girl. Yes, girl. This is voguing. Not just people doing that dumb shit and then dropping to the ground. Like, no, this is voguing. She did all the elements. All of them. So it's like, now, what y'all got to say? Shout out to Baked by Bunny. Before I started experiencing the pain of all universe pains, we went to the movies and we saw The Red Door, Insidious, The Red Door together. Hey, Baked by Bunny. Hey, baby girl. It was good. In case y'all are wondering, you're like, should I watch it? If you like the other Insidiouses, yes, go see it. It is important. It's going to be really integral for the viewing process because it's going to be like, oh, I remember, all that kind of crap. But like, it was good. I liked it way better than the Boogeyman. Way better than the Boogeyman. I'm just glad there's a representative from the House of Revlon up in here, but also somebody who is really enthralled and fully immersed into the ballroom scene, and not somebody that plays like that on, the internet and be like, oh, I like to Vogue in your house, girl. Are you at the balls? Are you walking? Are you getting chopped? It's a community, but it's also a competition. This isn't just for play. And that's what a lot of people misinterpret about ballroom when they're like, it's for everybody. It can be, but there's also elements about it that have to be paid respect to, especially for the POC Black community that made ballroom what it is and how it got turned into everything else that it's supposed to be. Like, there needs to be a lot more homages and a lot more love given to certain stuff when it comes to ballroom. And it gets on my last fucking nerves when I do see people bastardize something that I find to be powerful, something that helped me in my life growing up, that I went and walked and got chopped up plenty and many of times, made it to a final one time, all that kind of stuff. Not even legendary, but still someone who literally, has put their life into something like that and pays respect to the community. You know what I mean? Like, not people just taking it and running out to the club and just doing that kind of stuff. So yeah. Let's see here. So that's just where my mind is with that. And when people get angry with it, I find that to be kind of crazy because it's almost like you're mad that I'm telling you the truth. Just like how when you come to me and tell me, well, Matt, that's not true because I know better. It's like, well, I'm telling you what I know better on. And I know people who definitely know better on this that can talk also behind me and go, yep. So please accept that it's okay to not be a part of everything or not to be able to join every group and say that you're that girl and this. It's okay. Sometimes your best is in one lane in one category and not even in ballroom. It could be somewhere else. It could be doing something completely different. So for me, Kiana did what needed to be done. I was thoroughly enthralled. She was definitely one of the tops of the week for me as far as the talent show is concerned. Now, Punani, you surprised me. You surprised me. Sometimes I'm like, I don't know if Punani is going to give me what I need. I'm sorry, I'm hot in here. And then I'm shocked. Like, oh, this was so entertaining. Like, absolutely ludicrous. Bonjour, Thomas. Bonjour. Bonjour to all my French babies out there in France or whatever part of France you're in. I know very little French, but I send you nothing but my love and bienvenue. Welcome to my channel. Bienvenue. It's funny because my first book for taking classes in French was called that. It was Bienvenue. I remember when I got that book, my mama was like, oh. Oh, goodness gracious. College was another story. I was terrible at French in college. She said the second day class, we all got to speak French. I was like, girl, can we do a couple more episodes? A couple more days. But no, this was really funny with the puppet legs and the full bit of it all. And then all of a sudden we saw someone come out and start doing a whole bunch of shit. And I was like, that's definitely not Punani. And the tattoo kind of gave it away. This was funny. It was cool. I enjoyed it. The gag was showed at the end. It made it that much better. So it didn't play with our intelligence. It let us know that she was into the bit. We're all into the bit. We know what's happening. It was good. One of the top performances of the night for sure. Vespi, I know you wanted this to be amazing. And I'm going to tell you that regardless of your prop coming undone, this still would have been okay. And I'm going to also be honest with you and say your runway on top of that, you still would probably be in the bottom. No shade. You still would probably be in the bottom. This started out interesting for me. And then it lost what it was. It wasn't even the head coming undone that took me out of this. I have to move my fan because I'm getting hot, bitch. We have a heat advisory again. It's 105 today here in Houston. Let me move this fan. I need you to face me, baby. Thank you. Let's turn you up. Yes, blow me down, girl. Woo! I can feel the heat. It just wasn't good. And I like her, and I think she's beautiful as hell. But we stopped there. And I know she wants to show, I'm more than just this person, and I'm so much more than that. And I'm sure you are, but like, okay, so what was going to happen outside of this? You were going to pull some things off and be sexy? Like, help me understand. I felt bad that the head did come off and undone and all of it, but like, eh. And I also, ooh, hear me with this one, y'all. Why would you put her after those two? Like, they're aware of what the talents are going to be. This Vespi didn't need to go after Kiona and Punani. Like, that was a setup. If anything, I'm like, baby, I'll listen, child. If you had thought in any sort of room in world that you were gonna still give the same energy as those two, I wanted it for you. I wanted it for you. I did. It just didn't do anything for me. Now, Sarah Forever is a threat in this competition. I don't mean that in a negative way. Sarah Forever is a threat. That's a bad bitch. Hairy chest and all. First of all, we had a little bit of this lip syncing to opera moment, but it then turned into one of the funniest, kookiest, craziest, kind of cool, kind of fun, like the full works of it all moment. And her shaking this bang for dear life, like, I can't. The entire performance was just fun, and it was interesting, and it was cool. I said Vespi went between Punani and Sarah Forever. I was like, oh my God. I'm sorry, Vespi. I'm very much a fan of Sarah. I'm glad I kept it in because I was like, I don't know about Sarah, but this episode, oh, I was sold. I was like, okay, Sarah's kind of that girl. She also makes another reference to she's had two dresses that like reference a vagina. Two. Well, the first was a penis and became a vagina, but two dresses. She's referenced like a sexual organ or a private part. I'm like, this lady's crazy. I like her. Okay, no shade. Ginger bitch did comedy. Maybe I need to take a trip to Paris or France to really get this kind of very low, very non-energetic comedy. It was so, like, I did not feel any aliveness in half of her jokes. Like, I'm going to be real with you. I thought there were a couple of moments where I was like, oh, that's a gag. Oh, that's a gag. But other than that, every time she was talking, I was like, this is kind of dry for me. Personally, I thought it was dry. I was like, what's going on? And mind you, we can say translation may be the thing, but at the same time, I've watched other comedy, bits from other international seasons with other queens, and it land for me. This didn't land as much, but I did find that some of the jokes were funny. Okay, I hope we can understand my point of view here. I'm not disagreeing with you. I said she was funny. I just found her to be a little dry, and it didn't take for me personally. I'll continue. Hey, almost 100 of you here. Again, after that last post, I completely understand. It's the summertime. Everybody's out. You may not really care for my kind of shit right now, and that's okay. I totally understand. Try my best here, and I'm going to keep on trying until I die. So hit that like button. Thanks for being here today, and I appreciate y'all's support, whether you love me or you don't. So let's keep on going. Past Ginger. Yeah, this, I just couldn't get into it. I was like, are we laughing at her or with her? Kitty Space, let's talk about it. So, was this supposed to be a comedy number that turned into a dance number, or what? I don't. This is me. I'm with Jeremiah on this one. I was spooked they weren't in the bottom. I didn't understand. And including the runway. I was like, girl, that wasn't even 2 and 1. So, like, what? Like, she didn't even do a 2-in-1. I thought that was crazy. And I said to myself, isn't it interesting how 2-in-1 I interpreted as an outfit that just comes together, like it's one outfit, and then you have to like remove it and then turn it into the second one, but it's not supposed to leave your body. And it reminds me of when they did that shit to old girl Visa in España. Now they probably had different rules, so I'm not going to jump on her too hard for that, but I was like, wait, hold on, she literally had to like, I didn't understand. It threw me off a little bit. I was like, huh? And then, she had these dancers. Apparently her talent is being swung around. Like I was like, okay. She got lifted. She was lip syncing. Finish. I couldn't get into it. I wanted to get into it. I wanted this to be the redemption for space, but I prefer to stay on Earth, Kitty. Unfortunately, I couldn't do you. Mami Wata. I think, if anything, you should not have been in the bottom today. I personally think you should have been at least safe. I still don't understand. Like, I was kind of sitting here going, well, they didn't really enjoy the performance. I'm like, I thought that was weird. I'm like, hold on, this baby had a whole deep ass conversation about what she went through in her childhood. She comes out here and gives you something personal. It's really not bad. It was not bad. It was safe. It was safe and easy. Like, you want to talk about energy not being there? Hold on, girl. We let Kitty Space walk backstage. Hold on, sister. Somebody was in the top this week that I felt was a little dry. Like, hold on, girl. I was like, this lady is safe. And it was interesting, and I enjoyed it for what it was worth. I didn't think it was the best performance of the night, but you did not need to be in the bottom, and your runway saved you. So I was confused with your bottom placement because your runway was kind of sickening. Hold on, mommy. The fact you pulled out a second outfit for a 2-in-1. It was going to be a B outfit, but you saw Miss Mama already did it. So you had to think on top of your feet. You had spray cans. You completely rechanged your concept. In the bottom? Oh, you're crazy. You're crazy. They're crazy for that. Like, they're crazy for that. I thought that was insane. I'm like, this lady literally changed her outfit last minute, and it probably looked better than the first outfit because this shit, I thought that shit was cool. Okay, match. Bring it in. Mommy, I'm on your back. I got your side, bitch. I got your side. I'm here for you because I thought that was some bullshit. I would have never guessed Cookie Cunty to do this. Okay, so here's what went wrong. It wasn't funny. Here's where the second thing that went wrong. It was too schoolhouse. It was too schoolhouse it was too for the kids. I don't even think kids would like it. I wasn't entertained or enthralled. And I was with Daphne Burkey on this one. There needed to be some filthiness going on here where there are grown-ass motherfuckers watching the show, and we all grown here, sitting here watching this. We're grown-ass motherfuckers. Like, baby, you are not going to do a children's kids bop song as your talent with us. Cookie's cool. And I appreciated how she did this lip sync. You know what I mean? But like, I hated her runway too. Oh my God. I like Cookie, but I was like, something ain't right. Something ain't sitting here. Can we all just have a moment just to swoon over Moon for a little bit? Because I kind of live and breathe for Moon. Live and breathe. Every time I see them on my screen, I just smile. I'm like, that just makes me go. So this was kind of cool. And then she changed out this little coat moment here and went into these long fingers, gave you very alien tease. You know, Moon doesn't give you human-esque drag. It's very, I'm from another planet, possibly from hell, maybe heaven, maybe another dimensional verse. She's very like, think about me, but don't think too hard. And I love that. And so she did this painting that was really kind of cool with her finger. It's, if you saw it somewhere, no one told you how it was done, they'd be like, oh, this is kind of amazing, but it is what it is. And even her dip wasn't bad. Her dip wasn't bad either. I'm like, Kiana, how would you rate that dip? Because I thought the dip was bad. And I thought it was so funny. She did the exact same kick, turn, pump, double. And I was like, I love her. I love her. And I thought she should have been in Ginger Bitch's place for the critiques. I'm going to be honest with you. I thought Mama Wata should have been safe. I thought that Moon should have replaced Ginger Bitch, especially for the runway. Oh, that runway was cute. Okay, but no, I'm like, they're going to play her. I already see it. They're going to play Moon. They're going to act like they don't get her. I live, I breathe, I love, I stand. Like, no, Moon's giving me very with these fingers, like Everything Everywhere All at Once. Remember the hot dog fingers? I gotta watch that today. Get my positive thinking going here. Shout out to my therapist. She's been talking to me literally every day since Monday. We had to talk before this video because they know I'm going through. So she's like, I'm gonna just call you every day and we're gonna talk for an hour. Is that cool? I'm like, yes. Thank you. Love you. So I'll talk about that too, because it's going to be a rant with me. It'll be the Drag Race Philippines Meet the Queens. It'll be the We're Here news and something else that happened recently that I need to talk about. So yeah, like, I'm trust me, I'm there. I'm already there with that one. Shout out to there being 3 trans women on Drag Race Philippines this year. And honey, I forget what her name is. Bitch. Beat. Just gorgeous. You're like, she's an asshole for how gorgeous she is. Like how dare you walk up in here, girl? I would. Oh, now Marina's gorgeous, mind you, but Miss Mama, is it Jade that I'm thinking of? Bitch. When she was talking, she was giving me very, oh, yes, honey, I'm giving you this much and that, girl. Like, just, I was like, she don't even know. I got to call Jiggly and talk to her about this cast, too. Because Jiggly messaged me on Instagram because I was hurting when I got the news or whatever. But I was like, oh, my God, who is this? She needs to be stopped. That's a danger. She's a danger. No, okay, listen. And we're not talking about that tall bottom that be going through every store acting a fool. More than likely the reason why we're losing our rights as gays in America is because of him. I'm just kidding. But today I had a thought. I'm like, maybe the reason why we're losing our rights is because he keeps on going into these stores and just acting in complete asshole. And I would be annoyed by this man running in the store, girl, God, all that kind of shit. Like, bitch, you're 6'9". Like, please. Be yourself, but whoa, girl, she can kill me. Okay. Listen, let's talk about Peach in this performance. Peace to Mento, you know who I'm talking about? You seen them videos? Have y'all seen them videos? The person I'm talking about. I don't even know his name. I don't want to invest in it. I'm just like, what is happening? It's like he's like he swallowed that one guy that used to have that black accent that tried to go and be like, girl, this, that, and then get out of his car, trying to do all that extra like stuff. And then now this one like ate him. And then all of a sudden, here we go. Oh, speaking of which, I will talk about the We're Here news and why I'm happy, but I'm also like, no big girls? Shout out to the We're Here people. I am happy with the new cast, even though I'm sad we're losing our 3. I'm just kind of like, no big girls? Not a single one of them. Okay. Because I kind of like the different body types from the previous season. It made sense to, like, say if someone's on there that's going to be a little bit bigger. You know? No trans girl. Luca, that too. I was kind of like, okay, that's fine. I just want to see how this is going to work for the next season. you know. But on to Peach, 100 of you in here. Thanks for tuning in. Hit that like button. Let's go. What is the temperature outside? Because I can feel, yeah, it's 102 and it feels like 112. That's why I'm sweating. I'm like, why am I sweating? The AC is blowing, the fan is on me, all of that. And it's just like, girl, I'm dying. I think Peach is an amazing performer. I was very much enthralled outside of Peach being fine out of drag, but it's like, okay, baby got a voice, they can sing, but it was whenever you know what, Donna, I'm gonna give you that. They do remind me a little bit of Adriana Sparkle. Shout out to Adriana Sparkle. Love you, sister. But this, I was like, okay, what's happening now? She got that triangle out. I was like, okay, girl, what's going on? Like, what's going on? Bitch, she changed in these clothes. I was in. I had no more questions. I had none. I was like, I need it. Peach, is this song available? Where can I download it? I want it right now. I want this song right now. You were hitting that choreography like it was nobody's business. The song was a bop. You even had a Peachette 1 and Peachette 2. That's so cute. I was like, okay, this is a vibe, and I'm here for it. And she was, mind you, I looked to see if there were flats. Nope, those were boots. I said, oh, some heels. I said, okay. She posted the link on Twitter. I have turned off all of my, okay, thank you for that. I'm going to turn it on, but I've silenced and sort of like removed most of my social media apps and turned my phone to complete do not disturb moment for the rest of the week for my own personal mental health. So I'm going to go on there to go get that link, but I'm going to run right the fuck back off. We'll talk about this later, but I've had to do some really deep work this week for my own mental health lately, and it's been good, but it's been troubling. It's been tough. If I would say, it's been very tough not to just hop on my phone and just like get into a lot of stuff. I've had to take a social media break. So that's why I made my statement on Twitter, why you only see me post on YouTube and here. And I was becoming very, very negative. And I was like, I have got to, something's not right. Something's bad. It was just making me very crazy. So I was like, I have to do something to save myself from losing myself. So yeah, we'll see. I'm going to try to make it to Sunday. Like it's tough. I want to get on the Twitter and be like, what's happening? And I got the We're Here information because I have a friend who texted me. So shout out to them. They're like, Matt, your phone shows up as do not disturb. I was like, yeah, girl, I'm on a break. I don't want to talk to people. I just want to work. Oh my goodness gracious. Hey, at least it ended the talent show on this and not on Vespi's performance or on Cookie Cunty's, because that would have been sad, you know, just like how the roast ended with Carson Kressley's friend, who was not funny. Very that. Let's talk about the 2-in-1 looks. This is giving me sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disappear? With a little bit of that David Bowie, like orange color. I don't like this. I wanted to. I don't like this. I don't like this. I wanted to really like, thank you, Annie Lennox. I wanted to like this. I can't. Like, I just can't. I really did. And then when it changed into this, I was like, what is that? I couldn't. I'm sorry. I just can't. And then I'm going to be real with you. Okay. Oh, here we go. Some of these 2-in-1s were difficult because they couldn't complete the illusion when they transitioned to the second look. So now we're looking at a whole bunch of shit just sit on top of shit. And I don't know if that's their fault or the production's fault and just like highlighting half of those people, but you're going to notice in my pictures that not everybody was given the same treatment on the runway as far as like double shots and certain poses, that and the other. So I just can't get into it. Kyoto's was cute. I did like this look. I like the first part of it a little bit better, to be honest with you. I think the zebra and the red's like a really good choice. My issue, again, is you notice how they have these 2 shots here? Go watch this back. They didn't give her a double shot when she moved into her second outfit. It was just 1 shot alone. So this is the best I could find from going through the screenshots here and being like, how can I showcase what the second look is supposed to be like? Like that was my if you. It was like, like I don't know if y'all worked this out or thought about this. Not the queens. I'm more so looking at production now. Sarah Forever. At first, I was like, why does it look like that? And then I was like, oh, it's a penis. It's purple. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god. I was like, such as other like what? Oh my goodness, like that's two. That I'm like, oh, she had a vagina last week, she's got a penis this week, but wait, no, there's more. It's a penis again. I was like, watch her play with it, and she dings it. I was like, oh my god. I hate the panty too. I'm with you on that one. Mexican, yes. Yes. This happened during the talent show. This happened during the runway. This happened a lot. And it was making me I was very annoyed. Like in the middle of a good shot, they would stop it to give like the judges talking, and then it would literally just sit on them. And then by the time we would get back to a second person, like it would be like they're walking off the stage. I'm like, what's happening here? Yes, that's a vagina. It's a vagina. Well, if you open up the vagina, I'm a platinum gay, so please don't ask me about the anatomy of a female. Like I yeah. Yeah. I thought it looked good. I thought it looked good. Maxim, I made the look for Cookie. Always a pleasure to read all the compliments. Listen, I'm not going to take it back because you're here, baby. No disrespect to you. I'm sure you're an amazing designer. I just didn't care for that look. So props to you. Keep doing what you're doing. Nothing I'm going to say should take you away from your art and what you do for your work. I just wasn't a fan of it. Now, did you make the look from the previous week? Because I live for that. And maybe we'll see another look from yours. That's amazing. But I'm not going to change my opinion because you're here. So moving on, we have Punani. And this is another one of those moments where I'm like, okay, here we go. Like, I wanted them to give them a little bit more time to like clean out the look a little bit, like to just fluff it or something, because it's like, okay, she took it down and I'm like, okay, this looks kind of cool. But then this was all we saw for the last bit of it, was this back part here with the pants and the jacket and all that. I'm like, so I think it looks cool until I do this and I'm like, oh my god, that was my only issue with this runway. I was just like, oh, give them a moment to like flesh it out so they can have the full look like together. Ow. But I also know that when packing these things and putting this stuff together and pulling a package together, all that kind of stuff, like everything to do with that, I completely understand that. Just because like the first time, the second time, or the third time that happens, you know what I mean? Like sometimes it works out the first time, but then hey, we get to the runway and it just doesn't work out that well. So it happens. But I did like this. I just wanted it not to still show the top part of it. Now, getting to kitty space. Okay. This is where I was like, is this 2 in 1 technically? This is where I started to go, I don't know if this is 2 in 1. Hold on, y'all. I'm not a fan of people coming over here trying to shame me into saying I'm a nice girl. I wouldn't have known what this was about until we got to the end of it. And I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, all right, she's in a cage. She's out of the cage. She's in pain. She's walking. She's chained together. It's probably very conceptual for me. I didn't care for this. There was a lot that happened. It went into this. Her face was in pain the entire time. I was like, what is going on here? I couldn't get into it. I wanted to because I was like, oh, okay. But it just went like, she came out there. And it was just like, I don't know anymore if I care. Yeah, this didn't do it for me, kids. It didn't do it for me. I thought Moon should have been the top for this look. I am a little surprised they didn't. I'm a little shocked. I thought this was kind of cool. Like, work, bitch. Like, very like, oh, okay, amazing. The transformation was really fucking cool, and I was like, oh, okay, like this is kind of a bop. You had the gloves for a bra, like what? Like, come on. I was shocked this wasn't in the top. And then when she took off the glasses, sunburn. For those of you who have skied, you already know what's up. The sun is out. It may be snowing, but like, come on now. I thought it was interesting. I was like, this in the dress, the way that it was a coat and it transferred into this dress skirt moment with the way it darted out on the sides. I thought that was fabulous. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Like, very interesting, but boo. Boo. Ginger bitch, boo. You can put this on. That ain't Jackie. Like, I was very mad that, like, girl, I know you're going into Marilyn Monroe and you're doing this, the two most important women to Kennedy's life and all that kind of shit. You needed another wig under that wig to give them Marilyn to actually have that factor, because that little blonde wig number that's not Jackie. It's not. It's not Jackie for me. I didn't like that. I was like, nah. Crash, thank you for the super chat. I'll have to catch this one on the run back, and I'll see you tomorrow for Philippines season 2, Meet the Queens, because baby, yeah, we're gonna run into a rant with me because the We're Here had their announcement. I need to like put that into my show. So yeah. I get that they had the blonde hair because it was going into Maryland, but this took me out of it. I thought what, I was like, ooh, I was like, what is happening here? I was like, this looks like a sad lady. And then she transferred into this. I was like, okay, that's cool. But I couldn't. Oh. I want to like this more. I can't. I want to like it more. I can't do it. Like Marilyn Monroe, I'm like, no, that's giving me a whole nother person. Like, it's giving me, Tootsie or something as Marilyn Monroe. I just, I can't. I just can't. I want to like this. That's what I'm saying, Sasha. If she had a brunette wig and just gave the Jackie and then went into the blonde moment, like underneath, then been like, oh, okay, you know what I mean? Like, oh, okay, that's the look. But that to me was like, that's a little. I just wouldn't do that for me personally if I was going to do that look. So, Mami Wata. You sold me the moment you stepped out there with fucking spray paint and went drop. I was like, what? What? I said, what is this? And I thought to myself, God, is the 2-in-1 part that's going to be cool? Like the fact you literally pulled this somewhat together or had to change your looks because of somebody having a similar outfit and you didn't want to be like the same as them because you knew they were going to compare. Then she said, I'm going to give you a little booty cake on this runway too. She said, that's the 2-in-1. Boom. It's draped down into this skirt down that's still attached to the waistline. Now, these undies is showing. I thought it was cool. I did. I thought this was really fucking cool. I was like, this is kind of a bop. Like, it is that this kind of a bop. It does look a little messy in certain places. I'm not going to lie. But, yeah. Now, let's see if that designer is still in this chat. I would like to say that your look that you did for Cookie Cunty looked a lot better than this. And I know Vespi wanted this to be like, girl, look at me. But I'm like, no. I thought this was, as soon as she came out like this, I said, this isn't a 2-in-1. It's not a 2-in-1. It's not 2-in-1. It is fabric wrapped around fabric this away, fabric that away, and that's it. And so what we're going to do is going to go we, and it's a reveal, but it's not a 2-in-1. So as much as I'm like, this is cool, I was like, no. If anything, you deserve to be in the bottom because this isn't the assignment. 2, she's very gorgeous. I think she is a pretty doll, but like, nothing, wild card right there. It just, nothing's working. It just was, it's a tough day when it's the talent show and you got all these people doing this and we get to this 2-in-1 and this could have been a saving moment for you. And it just didn't do the job. Gorgeous girl. Gorgeous. Not my cup of tea. Yeah. Not this outfit's not my cup of tea. Not mine. Let's see here. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for being here today. Appreciate you so much for being here. And, I have opinions. They're just that. They don't take away from anyone's work. I would hate for you to come to somebody's YouTube channel seeking validation in life. That's not what these pages are for. I put that on God. But I will say that these are all for entertainment purposes. So I hope you're having a good time today. Now, let's get to the judging, because I feel like this is no, it's not. Peach is the last outfit, right? Yes. Okay. Sickening. I don't care what nobody says. I was like, what is this? The first thing I said was, what is this? What's going on here? It's a traditional costume garb, the full moment. Baby, that reveal was everything. I lived. I bow. Like, not only was it a completely different look, but when you took down the top part of it, it didn't turn into a train that still worked for the outfit. Oh, insanity. Yeah, the makeup is a little, but the makeup is a little, we got to squint a little bit. Like, so what did you do? But other than that, I thought this was fabulous. So listen, the queens are back on the stage. Of course, they've been cheered and celebrated, but let's talk about the tops and the bottoms. The bottoms of the week are Cookie Cunty, Vespi, and Mami Wata, with the top 3 being Kiona, Sarah Forever, Ginger Bitch, and Peach. Okay. Now, personally, I thought it was between Kiona and Peach. So Peach won this episode, and I was okay with that. And I did want Kiana to win because I love her, but I was happy Peach won. I was. They killed the talent show. The runway was a 2-1, and it did what it needed to be done. It did what needed to be done. So I was happy they got the win for this round, but I also was like, I can see Kiana's fire starting to burn a little bit. Like, okay, bitch, I know I'm eating, so what the fuck is going on today? Like, help a sister out. Now, Mommy Wata was saved, and I'm glad they were because it wasn't the worst, right? But the bottom two is Cookie Cunty and I want to say Vespi. And maybe this will be helpful for somebody. Less for the outfits and more so for the talent show was the issue. I love they did a ballad. It feels like it's been so long. It feels like it's been so long because the U.S. Drag Race, what's going on? I miss my ballads. I miss my ballads, my songs, my Park and Barkers. Where you at? I feel like we haven't gotten one at all for All Stars. What is this, 8? Have we had one ballad for All Stars? I don't think we've had one ballad. I don't think we've had one song. Not one. Well, Luca, if you really want to talk about it, that's 2 in a row that are performance challenges. Cookie wore her low, beat her up, if you will. Like that was a stabbing in a park and no one was a witness to it. So the body was found years later. Like that kind of shit. Like this was calculated and planned. No, it's not. But like, girl, I was proud of Cookie. I said, thank you, Cookie, for keeping your clothes on. 1, 2, for actually doing the song justice. 3, I've never heard the song, but I knew where the emotions were supposed to be. I love how she was presenting herself. I love how she continued to hold her essence and aura through it. When you started taking off your clothes and became Milan for me, y'all know that's my least favorite thing with Drag Race and any sort of lip sync is when people start taking off their clothes, they take themselves out of the illusion. It's this desperation. Now all of a sudden you're given twink to twink to twink. And I'm lost. I'm no longer interested in this. That doesn't give pain to me. Cookie's sitting over there with one hand eating you alive. Like, bitch, do you know all of my world is encompassed in this fist? Like, I thought Cookie was eating it up. I was like, come on, Cookie. Come on, Cooks. Did that. That's how you do a ballad, bitches. That's how you do it. That. Girl sitting over there in her underwear with no clothes on. It's just like, oh. Why? I'll be real with you. I'll be real with you. I don't think if Vespi if she kept her clothes on, it would have done her any better. I think Cookie beat her in the first maybe 5 seconds of the song, maybe even first 20 seconds. Like, I just knew who was in control from the go. I didn't have any questions like, oh, who is it? Nope. I was like, it's Cookie. I would have tipped Cookie that night. Oh, yes, dude had all my money. That hand went here to here, right here on the chest, back over here again. She waved to everybody. She pulled that baby in. She pushed that baby away. I was like, all right. Cookie can stay, please. Thank you. And Vespi was eliminated from the competition. Listen, Vespi, you're gorge. Don't stop drag. Please keep going. Please keep doing. This may not have been a good night. May not have been my most favorite thing I've ever seen you do, but you're puss. You are puss down. Don't you dare. Like, don't you dare. Don't you dare. I have a question. So did season 1 get to watch the lip? They didn't get to watch the lip sync. Why not? I wish season 1 queens got to sit there and watch. I mean, some of y'all said that Cookie's like the mother of like half the people from season 1. So I'm thinking to myself, like, wouldn't that have been the perfect opportunity to keep them in the front? Like, oh, we could have had like a live show like that kind of. I was like, oh, they did. They watched it backstage. Okay, work. Because I was like, bitch. That's the time to keep them out in the front. Like, I give me like we're at the bar. You know what I mean? Oh, goodness. I hope they do that one of these seasons where like they ask people from older seasons to come back and they still keep them up there the entire time. Oh, Kiana told in the podcast today. Okay, work. Good luck to Vespi. Honestly, I think they're going to be fine. I think their career, they've already. If y'all aren't a fan already, I'm a fan of this bitch. So like, I wish them nothing but wellness and love and success to each and everybody as well on this cast. To each and everybody a part of the show. To everyone that worked on clothes and designed things for people. Regardless of how you feel about me and my opinions, believe me, I wish you well and I wish you the best and I hope the best for you. Because why would we relish in people losing unless they're horrible people? Miranda sings. But yeah, let me tell you something here. This cast is stacked and I'm nervous going forward with how they're going to like deliberate on who goes home. I'm hoping Cookie pulls it together because I like Cookie. I'm hoping that Mommy doesn't let this moment pull them down. I'm hoping that what I saw from Kitty's space was simply just like a small moment. Like that was just like okay, you had a couple bad days. Maybe it's going to be a little bit different because I don't know. I'll be real with you. Let me pull up the cast to be honest with you. Let me just start really doing it here. Let's talk about it. Okay, here's me being honest. I think everybody there there's like, with the exception of the first to go home, even Vest, because I like Vest, but I was like, I don't know if this is gonna work. She's gonna give, but I don't know. And then if I get on over to Ginger, sometimes I'm like, I don't know, but then she like pulls me in, right? Everybody else, I think they're gonna do Moon dirty. Like, I think they're gonna do Moon dirty. I'm worried about Mommy. I'm hoping they don't do her dirty, but it's like Moon and Mommy are I'm concerned because like I don't want them to give you some weird edit. I think Kiona, Peach, and Sarah Forever and Punani are going to be good to go. Peach may run into a little trouble because I see some of y'all talking about makeup, and that might be something that comes up later when it starts getting nitty gritty. Cookie, I think, is only, what's the word I'm looking for here? I think Cookie is really good. It's going to be a matter of whether or not she just happens to have a bad day if she goes home. For me, is how I'm looking at it. I think actually I should just say that for the majority of the people in this cast. I think it's just going to depend on the day. Like, maybe you weren't feeling yourself that day. You didn't have any confidence. And then, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of tough. But I like everybody in this cast. Everybody, they all give. Shout out to Drag Race France for this casting. It's puss. I like it. And I'm kind of glad because yesterday I was, like I told y'all, like not in the best headspace. And this show was what I watched, and it did pull my spirits up because it was just so entertaining. But yeah. Drag Race France, Nikki Doll, all y'all. It's good. It's good. I like it. It's a refresh. It's refreshing after a particular international season of some show that was just absolute bullshit. Which do you enjoy more now, Mexico or France? Can I be a Libra and say I'm even? A little bit. I'm even only because they're both making up for what España did for me. A little bit. España really left a bad taste in my mouth. I'm just hoping no stunts get pulled that are just nonsensical again. That's all I don't want from. That's all I just don't want. Also, can we hold on? Can I wait? Now I gotta say this. I don't want to compare them because it's Mexico's first season, not second season. If it was like the second season of Mexico, I would then be more inclined to give a statement. This is France on season 2, learning from things that happened from season 1 and just elevating it, right? So Mexico, all they got to do is wait for that season to be done. And then it's like, oh, what did we do wrong? We'll fix that. We'll fix this. We'll fix this. Just like how with Drag Race Philippines, we were very critical of Philippines, and some of the people in production didn't really care for that. But maybe they heard our woes and our worries, and they fixed some of the things that we just didn't care for. Because sometimes the audience can be on some bullshit, right? And other times the audience can just be trying to be helpful because we're like, we don't want to go. But what you can do is, and then there you go. Basing it on the lip sync so far, France. On the lip sync so far, I mean France, but France. Mexico, I'm waiting for the big dogs to start lip syncing because they've only had, not to shade the other girls, but they've only had some of the lip sync so far. So like I'm waiting for the big dogs to get up there and start lip syncing. Like if Christian ever gets in the bottom, I'm worried for whoever it is. I need to see Rahino Voce like lip syncing. I want to see Pixie. I want to see some of the big dogs like Galavera. I want to see them bitches go. But like right now, all I've seen are terrible lip syncs so far. And so I'm waiting for it to be like we have a real battle about to happen, because I've just been so disappointed so far in the lip syncing. But France, we've been fine. We good. Listen, Drag Race France, World of Wonder, WoW presents. Make sure you watch it. I'm tuned in each and every week. And of course, each week I will be doing a review on this show. So I appreciate all of y'all for tuning in. Listen to the designer, and I'm calling you out directly because I thought that was weird you would make that statement, but I want to pull you in real quick if you're still listening to me. You probably are going to like subtweet about me later. I don't care. I don't like a lot of people's designs. As a matter of fact, Angeria's designer, who I'm cool with now, shout out to you, friend, I didn't like some of the outfits that she came out in. We met in person and we talked. And he gave me a little trouble. Like, now, Matt, I know you gave me some trouble for that. But I was like, but I like some of the other looks too. And we talked about it. It's an opinion. So it doesn't take away from your work and your craftsmanship and the energy you put into what you do. So please don't take offense to what I say. And if you took offense to it, I can't help you past that. I'm not going to apologize nor take it back. I didn't like the outfit. I thought it was, I didn't care for it. But, you know, there may be other things I see where I'm like, this is fucking amazing. But right now, that's just not my tea. So, but for those of you who loved it, send that designer all the love and the praise in the world. Make sure they know that it was amazing, all that jazz. Because I thought that was weird that they came up in here trying to be like, shout out to everybody that said nice things, eyes. Like, what is that? Childish shit right there. Don't do that. Don't come up on my fucking platform with that nonsense. So listen, let me start talking to y'all on some real shit. This is no longer Drag Race France stuff. Cut that out. We're going to go into other topics real quick in a light conversation. Not going to say longer than maybe 18 minutes to talk about what's going on with me and this and the other. Again, like, who am I to tell you what is anything and like to take me seriously? Like, again, this is all for entertainment purposes, but I just, that is one of my main gripes lately right now. That is one of the reasons why I'm like, I'm not doing social media right now. And I'm not talking to nobody, and I'm not doing nothing right now because it's becoming a point to where it's suffocating with people telling you how to feel and what to do and this, that, and the other. And it takes the joy out of a lot of stuff that I'm involved in and doing things. So my back is not 100%. I am currently on painkillers right now. It's a little bit of the reason why I'm tired all the time and I've been sleeping. It is all on my right side and on my lower back. Now, I couldn't move. The day after I left the movies with Big by Bunny, I could not move when I got home. And I bent down to clean the litter box. And when I got up, it was as if someone had just like ripped all the skin off my back. And it just was the most flaming, searing hot pain. I hurt my back that morning, Baked by Bunny, before I saw you, when I was doing laundry. And I was taking my laundry out the back of my car. And I felt my muscle pull. And I was like, it's nothing. And as the day progressed, it got worse and worse and worse. And when we were in the movie, it started to like peak a little bit, like, oh, it's starting to get a little tough for me. So as soon as I got home and I started cleaning that litter box out, I was like, God damn. You know what I'm saying? It was like, oh my God. And I was in so much pain. So I got some anti-inflammatory medicine for my back. And so it feels a little bit better, but it's still pinched in certain nerves when I twist and turn this, that, and the other. On top of all of that, I was going through my own sort of mental thing about just life in general right now with what am I doing? What's going on? I'm 36, going on 37 this year. Is this what I want to do? Is this like my life for me? And everything. I'm still single. I feel like nobody like is attracted to me. Am I attracted to myself? Am I doing all the right things? I gained over 20 something pounds. I was doing my drag video that I'm supposed to be posting for y'all very soon. And I stopped doing it. I started crying while I was editing it because I didn't like how I looked in the video. And I felt like I was too big and I was embarrassed of myself. And it turned into like this very long spiral of negative thoughts that consumed me for like all of Monday night, the entirety of my Tuesday. And even today, I'm still like fragile. If anybody's ever had those mental days where things just don't feel good and everything just seems negative, that's what's been going on with me lately. And so my therapist has been on the phone with me every day to make sure that I'm not about to hurt myself or anything like that. Because I had some really dangerous thoughts Tuesday night and I was very scared for my life. Because I had got some medical news that wasn't really good. And I can't do anything about it, but just like take care of me. And then people telling me I'm nasty and malicious and mean. And it's like, I'm not. And it's really fucked up to hear that when you know you don't have those intentions and now they're trying to police your comedy. And then when other people do it, they don't say anything. It just turned into this thing where I couldn't breathe at one point on Tuesday. And I got very scared and I didn't have anyone to call. And as much as my friends like to say, you can call them, it's not true. It's not true, unfortunately. It's not everyone's available for you. Everyone's going their own shit. So I was feeling like a failure. I was noticing that nobody was tuning in to my like main reviews on Saturdays and people were coming into the panel. And then you would only praise Chris or Dooley or Blake or Jamar. And it was like nothing that I could see for me. And it made me feel like they don't care and they don't like me and I'm annoying and like this is all my fault and I'm just like facilitating this shit and it's not working. And who am I? Like, why should I talk about like what am I doing here? You know what I mean? It just made me feel like an idiot and made me feel like very small and very like not good. I just felt like a failure for the last couple of days. So it's been a little tough for me because like the main goals I've always had in my life is to be happy, to be married, to be in a house with my significant other and to like just live my life and be like, I don't know. I just don't want to go out, unfortunately, like my mom did with so much sadness because of the people she chose to be with and how they did her in the end. And it's like my brain is starting to wrap around that a little bit more now that I'm getting older and with something I'll talk about later that is familial, unfortunately, where I may not be here that much longer. And so like getting that news the other day and not the other day, but a couple of weeks ago and still processing it. It's been tough. And I had a trip going to see my sister-in-law and my brother. And I had to cancel that because like, I don't have enough energy to go. I have too much pain in my body right now to sort of like see them and be at 100%, the Matty that they know. And it's like, I feel really bad because I love them so much and I kind of need to see them, but I can't go right now. And so, you know, for me, my insecurities consumed, my feelings overtook, and my emotions, I would like to say, possessed me in a bit to where I couldn't find positive things to think about. So, you know, I love what I do. I'm thankful that I'm able to do this for a living, even with the amount of followers that I have. I'm not anywhere near the other people. I am always consistently compared to them on threads and other places, or they'll tag me or they'll send me messages. I think also getting that message about my dead mother this past week over the Trisha Paytas thing hurt me a bit because my mama doesn't deserve to be brought into any argument over whatever person that we don't know. And it made me sad and vulnerable because I was like, I don't feel like being that much more transparent about my family and other things like that anymore, because that can be used against me in a horrible way. And the last thing I want to do is make my mom, like, I know she's not here, but that's my mom. And it's like, you can talk about me, but Like I get violent over my mother. So like it's difficult. And I understand this is social media. This is what you get. Da, da, da. I've had people do that to me and all that kind of crap, and that's fine. But it's like I now have to start separating myself a little bit more from y'all. And I don't want to do that because I love being and talking to y'all and giving you this. But like, I don't want people to not date me because I'm on YouTube, like I was told recently. I don't want people to not talk to me like that because they feel like I'm going to make our entire relationship a conversation online. And I'm like, that's not me. And then on top of that, you know, it's like I don't feel comfortable around my family anymore because of all the stuff that's going on with the allegations and things that people are saying about gay, the LGBTQ, and the words that they're using. It's just like everything's starting to weigh on top of me. And emotionally, it's been really, really tough. It's been really tough. So for myself, once a week, I go and visit my friends and we have like a game night. And sometimes it's twice a week. And that's for them. They know a little bit about this and they understand, but for me, it's really important that I go and spend time with them. Because I used to be very sociable, but ever since COVID, and this is something me and my therapist talk about, it's been really difficult for me to be outside and be around people. It feels weird sometimes, man. And I get very like anxiety ridden. And then it comes out with my face being like angry and I'm not angry. And then people think I'm angry and I hate that. Makes me feel like shit because I'm like, I'm not trying to be like rude. I'm not trying to be gross, but like, I don't know, man. It feels weird. And it makes me confused about like how my emotions are and how I feel about certain things. So I don't want people to feel like I'm pushing them away or I only like Black people or I only like this and that. It's a lot. And so my therapist has been my like literally my saver in my life. This cat was the best decision I ever had. Getting that little monster. Hey, Bubba. Oh, he hears me crying, so he came over. That cat has slept literally on my face every night, like just making sure I'm okay. I wake up to him giving me kisses now. He used to not do that, but ever since I started like having this pain, he's been like right there. Like, you know what I mean? And even when I like had to like chill out on him for a second because he was trying to make me feed him every 24/7. He chilled out on the meows. He's like, I feel like my dad's like going through it right now. I'm like, he knows, the cat knows, right? And so yeah, it's just been tough. And I know I'll get through this. It's just a moment in life. We have these moments. But I just want to keep doing what I do. And I wish there was more success behind what I did on my channel. I wish I had sponsors. I wish I was a big star. And I wish I had like all of that, you know, all the subscribers being real that Mirror has, that Jack has, that all these other people have for their videos, even with the hate that they have or whatever, or the love that they get. I wish. And I just keep doing me, but I just don't know if it's going to work out. And then I'm like, okay, Matt, just keep going. Just keep going. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. I watched Finding Nemo the other day. Oh, that part made me cry. I was like, just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. But it's kind of where I'm at right now. So I'm good. I just had like some very, very dark, deep days, and I just want to be successful. That's such a cliche thing to say, but I don't know. I just don't want to. I don't know. I just don't want to. I don't want to have my life be gone before that happens, and you know, with what I received that I can't talk about because it's extremely personal. And also I have to go get further testing done to see how far along things are and how many they'll have to give me like a guesstimate of time and this, that, and the other. It's a lot to take in for me right now. So I have to go to other doctors to get second opinions about it and make sure that it wasn't just a false test. And I'm not talking about anything sexually. It's it's family stuff and a disease that unfortunately is family. So I have to do a lot of stuff to make sure. And right now I don't feel like I have anybody on my side, family wise and other things. And I'm too nervous to even open my mouth and be like, this is what's going on. And only to find out I got like a false test for it, or it's not that big of a deal. Maybe it's something else, but like, it's it's becoming a point to where, I got really nervous, and, the first initial test was very scary. And so he's like, hey, this literally is not the end. You need to go and see some of the doctors. I have appointments that I can't even afford that I'm paying for that are coming up. And yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. So one of these days, hopefully not when everything hits me, I'll talk to y'all about it in detail. But right now it's tough to take in, and I'm kind of doing this on my own sort of bit journey. So yes. So that's what's happening. That's what's going on. That's why I'm like, I have to take a break. I can't read people on social media. I can't um I can't I can't deal with negativity right now of any kind, of any feeling, of any sort of way. I just it's like really toxic for me, and it's suffocating. So I can't. So that's why I've turned off my Facebook. I literally had to like remove the app. I've had to delete my past fucking 2 months on Twitter. Like, I almost deleted my Twitter last night and everything else, and I had to catch myself. I was like, no, Matt, no. But yeah, I'm having a little trouble. Here's the thing that's kind of crazy about this. Oh, JB. I actually do love myself a lot. It's me feeling like the other way around. Like, I know y'all love me and I appreciate y'all, but it's outside of YouTube. It's literally when I turn my camera off, that feeling like of people who may not be a part of this family, but like outside of that I'm like, will I ever be with somebody? Will I die alone? Will I just have to deal with this forever? And so that's where my mind's been at. And my therapist has been kind of like, girl, like she does. She does that with me. I hate it. She'd be like, girl, Maddie, you fine. Shut up. Don't let nobody tell you ugly. They're mad. I'm like, this is like, thank you. But, it's a lot of this stuff. And, she's, I've just had to deal with it. But nah, I just, like, I've seen people in my life leave this earth still loving people that didn't love them back the same. And I just don't want that to be me. And it's been sitting on my spirit. It's been really sitting on my spirit. Like, whoo, it's been sitting on my spirit, y'all. Like, whoo. I see all these videos of people as couples. That was another reason why I had to stop social media too. I kept seeing couple videos and you could never be us and couple goals, relationship, we're getting married. And it just made me sad. It didn't make me happy. It made me very sad because I was like, is this going to actually happen? Because, like, I got my shit together. Like, I got my car. I got my house. I got all my stuff in order. Like, what am I doing wrong? Like, when I was trying to be in relationships before, bitch, I was poor and, like, nothing was together. Like, now shit's together. I'm like, ain't nobody checking for me. What's happening? I'm like, shit, I'm ready to, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. It's just all been consuming me a little too much. And my sincerest apologies to anybody who I have talked to on this platform. And I'm going to talk about this tomorrow, but seriously, like anybody who has felt me be curt, abrasive, attitudey, rude, all of that kind of stuff. I've had to remove certain people from my life that I would have wanted to keep in there, but they were triggers for me, especially with how they talk to me and, making me feel like I can't, say no to things and stuff like that. I've had to remove myself from folks like that. So I don't know, man. It's really weird. And I don't want anyone thinking that I just live my entire life via like social media, like this, that, and the other, or like wanting to be like other folks. It's just, I myself am feeling that, I'm ready to be loved and love on someone. And I'm also trying to, take this platform to another level at the same time. And I don't want to disappoint people. And that's just where it's at. And so when I feel like I disappointed others, that's when I feel the worst. And after hurting myself and all this coming out and being tired. I mean, you're talking to somebody who literally hasn't smoked in 3 days on purpose. Like, my green man was out of town, but I like found some and I said, you know what? Like, we're going to be the whole week. We're going to be sober the entire week. And it's brought up a lot of stuff. It's brought up a lot of stuff. And it's like, oh my God, no, we have to deal. And yes, we're dealing. But I'm kind of happy about it because my sleep has been, let me tell you the positive stuff about it. My sleep is better. I've been getting my 8 hours. I'm kind of tired, but not totally. Like, because I also stopped drinking coffee too. I'm trying to lose weight. I gained way too much, 25 pounds. No, y'all, I have to drop that shit. Like, no way. Started working out in the morning and at night, and I have started watching new shows, like things I never would have thought were funny. I think are kind of great. And I've been trying to pull myself into like a different headspace, and it's been very helpful. Yeah. It's very helpful. It's funny because I'm not going to give him away because he is a subscriber now to my channel, but we're not anything. But somebody that I talked to on Hinge, like, I really enjoy our conversations and whatnot. So every time they hit me up, I'm like, oh, that's cool. It feels like there's a little sliver of hope in there. Like, okay, they're attractive. They got their head together. They saw my YouTube channel and they didn't run. So maybe, maybe. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. But, you know, that's just my mind is in that headspace right now of I need some TLC, and I also want to give some TLC, and I'm in a headspace where I want to be a giver. And it's like, where are you at? Where y'all at? You know, where y'all at? But no, he doesn't know that. But he, like, honestly, I like look forward to those messages. I'm like, oh, what's up? Hi. Like, saw my, and then when they said they love Drag Race, I was like, oh my God, and you're hot. I thought that was stupid. But yeah, Mamu-chan is the main reason I didn't take myself into the next level of that sort of depressive state. I swear that cat knew what was going on and be meowing all the time. Like, what's going, Dad? I always feel like he does that. Dad, Daddy. You know. Oh, I'm not a top. Never will be. Never will be. But I still would be a giving bottom, if that makes any sense. Like, I want to like actually like buy somebody something that I thought was thoughtful. And I don't know. But yeah, Mamu saved my life for real yesterday. I was in that bed and I was just crying, and I was like telling myself, get out of the funk, get out of it, bag, get out of it. Stop thinking about that stuff. And that cat hopped up on that bed, and I heard, you know how cats do, they make a noise when they like jump or do something. And didn't check anything. He just rolled up, and I swear the cat like nuzzled me and then just fell into my arms, and I put my arm over him, and he normally doesn't like that. But last night I fell asleep with that cat dead ass on my chest like this, and I woke up and he was still there. He was gagged. I went to the bathroom. He sat at the door, waited for me to finish, got back in the bed, right back in position again. I was like, what? I love you, Mamu-chan. I love my baby. But yeah, like, I don't know. It's been a weird couple of days. I'm going to just simply do my videos on YouTube for the rest of the week, of course, but I'm sort of taking like a second from Twitter and Instagram and Facebook as far as like posting thoughts and random this, that. Like, I've learned over the last couple of days of taking myself out of being the user and more of a person behind that, and noticing like, yo, like, this is really fucking negative. Like, Twitter is negative. Like, everything is so negative, and And I just was like, oh, I gotta stop this. I can't read this shit. I can't go on here no more. I can't look at that. Like the girl, your world, all that kind of crap. Done. Like I can't. Chantel and Amber, I can't even watch their videos anymore because it's just like, it's so negative and it's consumed me, man. I'm like, nope, I don't want this anymore. I don't want it. So I'm trying to get into like just filling myself full of positive, fun, cool, awesome things. And yeah, again, apologies. I know not everybody's like, I want to hear this. I totally get it, but like, thanks for listening. This is like the first time I've like talked about it outside of my therapist. It is. But yeah, shout out to her again. She'll probably will wait. It'll be 11 to 12 again tomorrow. We'll have our talk. Yeah. Thank you for letting me. I'm about to cry because that makes me, it feels so much better just to say all this out loud. like my therapist is one person, right? But like for my audience, y'all don't even know how much y'all mean to me. Speaking of which, like David here, I've met David before. Okay, David, I know I met you before. Like I see some of y'all's faces and it warms me up because I'm like, I know who that is. I know who that is. I've met them, or I always see him in here. Like, Nick, you're always one of the first people to comment, and that makes me like warm every time. I thank you so much for that. Sasha, you always up in here. Ivy Valentine, you know what's up. Everybody up in here. Donna, I see you, sister. DB, Luca, Peace to Mateo, VC, everybody's names. Feral Kitty, you already know what's up. Like, y'all are a part of my daily life. And I think about every person in this list. I always do. And I hate when I make people upset, but I'm always like, I can't change me though, because I made somebody mad. I got to still be myself. But this venting was necessary. So thank you. Like very, very necessary. Like very, I needed it. I really needed this. Okay. All right. That does feel good. Okay. Yes. All right. Oh, there we go. A smile. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. I think you had a purple shirt on that day. I'm not sure. We did meet at DragCon New York City. The last of DragCon New York City. That's a special time. Really? Aniki, don't you get me started on you, baby. You want my people, okay? Like family for real. I've met Aniki so many times now. Fuck y'all. I'm playing. But like, oh, look at me, David, see me, bitch. Like, look at me. But like for real. Like I'm invested in my audience more than I know anybody else is. But like I'm really invested in y'all. So Ivy, I wish that if you had came to DragCon, we had a meet and greet that one time. One of these days, you know, all that kind of jazz. I hope to do live shows one of these days, like in person with people, like city tours and all that kind of stuff. It's gonna happen, Matthew. It's gonna happen. Just keep going. Follow the path. I'm invested in you too, Matty. Leviathan, I always see you in your handsome face. Thank you so much for tuning in and being here, and also on my Instagram. If I haven't responded to you on Instagram, please know that it's not because I don't want to or I'm avoiding you. I'm just trying to not engage right now. I'm doing a lot of like healing work, you know, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, Aaron, you already know. Aaron's also real family. When I was going through something, Aaron was out there helping me, trying to find a place to stay, helped me find a realtor, took me to Drag Race live. You know, you're forever one of my friends. You and your husband, Candy. Okay. You and your husband with his music history knowledge. Still one of the best DJs in Vegas or anywhere they go, baby. Okay. Oh no, Mama Chun doesn't like cheese. Mama Chun doesn't like wet food. He doesn't like cheese. He likes dry food, and he will drink water if he has to, because he's such a brat for water. He doesn't want to just drink any kind of water. He's like, no, baby, I'm gonna tiptoe around the bowl. I'm gonna scratch at the bowl. I'm gonna meow at the bowl. I'm gonna look at you, looking at me, waiting to see if you're watching me drink so I can drink. He won't drink water unless I'm looking at him half the time. I'd be like, Mama trying to just drink it. He's like, are you sure? Like, yes, drink it, girl. Like, I'm not trying to be dehydrated ass. The fuck? Desiree, thank you, baby. mental emotional health is always important. I appreciate that. Thank you for the tippy poo. But yeah. I'm on a different little path right now, and I just want to put a lot of positive emotions and thoughts into my body and to feed myself with that positive energy. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Baked Bunny was saying she's gonna make me a blinged out water bowl, and I'm so hyped. I'm so hyped. He hates the fountain. My fountain is sitting on top of the refrigerator right now. Hated it. He would hit it like, ooh, ooh. And I had to put out another bowl of water just for him to drink it because he was like, nah, baby, it's not working for me. He hates it. Your cat's name is Maya Angelou. That's adorable. That's actually super fucking adorable. Does she eat cage birds? Don't play it. Oh. No, I have those roly-poly bugs that show up every now and then, and Mamu eats them. He plays with them until they turn into a ball, and I watch him swat it across the ground multiple times, and then he'll just pick it up. I'm like, Mamu! And he's like, you don't care. I won't, one, because this is what I love to do, and I can't stop what I want to do, right? Like I sat for the last 10, 15 years doing things other people wanted me to do. And then I started doing this. I worked my ass off for it. And now I'm like there doing it. But I think what I'm going to do is just from now on, like at the end of these videos, or as far as the next couple of months are concerned, I need to take a social media cleansing break of not participating in like arguments or hot takes or anything like that. I just need to like not invest in negative energy and opinions that are like very non-constructive, like that kind of shit. Like somebody said something about something of the cast for We're Here, and I almost like commented, like I like literally looked at it like, what the fuck? And I said, why am I engaging? No more engaging. No more. Like, you know what I mean? Don't engage. That's where my mind is at right now. Just don't engage with negativity. Don't receive it. Just do that, because it's been killing me lately. And so I feel like it's starting to become a little toxic in consuming my spirit, and I don't want that to be the case. So yeesh. So yeah, I've been going to the movies. I've been stepping outside. I took a drive the other day, just trying to get my head clear and woosah. You know what I mean? Did you see Chrissy Diggy at the concert, Sasha? Because he was at that Toronto one. Yeah, Facebook is gross now. I hate it. Everything about it. I hate seeing my high school friends be so Republican. It sucks. I'm like, man, you used to be real cool. Now all of a sudden you're like, oh. Mikey, hugs Mikey. Mikey, I think I said I wanted to give you a hug earlier. You said something in my other post, and I was just like, babe. Seriously, don't give up, Maddie. I feel you on this. I've been feeling pretty down. Everything. It's those toxic comments about those toxic reels. I've been saying, yeah, I gotta post and go kind of person now. I gotta just like watch my shit and then run away for at least a few months. So yeah, if I find out about anything, I'll get the information, maybe inbox me. I might look at those and stuff like that. But as far as like scrolling is concerned, me and my therapist have both agreed no more scrolling, no more late nights of doing this, no more late nights of, ooh, what's happening here? Like nothing. She's like, find an article that you need to read, say for your job, read it, Matt. Like, cause I was telling her about We're Here. Cause I said, well, I found that on Twitter and I wasn't supposed to be on Twitter. She's like, that's fine though. That was for work, Matt. So she's like, that makes sense. What did you do with the article? Did you open it? She's like, yes. And she goes, do this. When you see the article, save it, put it in your notes, and read it outside of Twitter. I was like, oh my God. She's like, yeah, like think about that. Like that way you're not so connected to the app when you click on the link. Cause I was reading Joey's Entertainment Weekly like ad about the We're Here thing, right? So I did that today. Sure enough, I finished the article. I read everything that was done. By the time I was finished, I'm back on my phone, regular phone, not no, let's look at Twitter. It was like, boop. And I immediately just put my phone down and let it go. I also have been putting my phone on Do Not Disturb. It stays on that right now. If my friends call or text me, I just look for like notifications and I'm like, okay, I'll respond back. But like right now, that's the best thing to do. So if I'm on Twitter, it's just to look for articles that relate to Drag Race and what I'm talking about, and then do it that way. But I won't be participating with Twitter or Instagram like that for a couple of months. So don't leave those spaces. I'm just going to post when I'm going to go on live for YouTube. But right now, I can't jump into the combos. I can't do it anymore. Can't. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mikey. Donna, since the beginning, I felt kind of connected to you when I found out that I shared the same B-Day as Mom, May 26th. It all made so much sense. My favorite, fine, talented, amazing single father of one. Thank you, Donna. A single father I am. Oh, Rudy, that's funny. Toxic gossip trend. Do you know she monetized? If anyone buys that song, they need to be studied. Like, she actually monetized that song and it's on Apple's. Like, I saw it on a suggested song list from my Apple Music. I was like, what? I know you lying. I know you lying. Ew. Like, no. Oh God, can you imagine? Like, oh, I mean, she may need that song to pay for her lawyer bills, though. You know, because I don't know why no one sued her yet, or maybe they are in the background. I don't know, but yeah. Thank y'all for letting me breathe for a second here. I needed that. I did. Oh, I appreciate it. Oh, I feel so good right now. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get off of here. I'm gonna take another pause. I'm probably gonna put on some nature shows real quick. I've been very much doing a lot of marine biology watching videos, like study videos of, because I wanted to be a marine biologist. So that was my first ever wanting to be career. So I've been doing a lot of that right now and watching videos about the Mariana Trench Mariana Trench, and then or is it the Mariana Trench? I don't know, Mariana Trench, right? And like looking at like the bottom of the ocean kind of stuff. So I've been very obsessed with that. Like lately, it's been very happy. It's been very good. Mama, where are you? You was right here. Where you at, baby boy? Oh, you're on the couch. Okay, he's ready. He's like, come to the couch. I'm coming. Okay. Both the Mariana and the Mariana Trench, probably. It was more so I was trying to find videos about like undiscovered species in the ocean, and then I'm watching videos about the coral and how the coral reefs are dying, and that's partially from global warming, and if the oceans end up like losing a lot of their life in the ocean, there's a way the ocean sort of works to get, you know what I'm saying? If the ocean ends up becoming imbalanced, that means the end of the world, and people don't realize that. It's just a body of water. No, bitch. Like literally, like a tsunami can take out the entire North America if it builds up enough, and that can possibly happen. So it's just really fascinating to read about stuff like that and how we're not taking care of our earth. And that's been where my mind is at. That's been getting me into a place of positive thinking because, it's just really interesting stuff. So I love y'all. I will see you tomorrow on Patreon for the Drag Race Mexico video. Tomorrow on YouTube, it's going to be a rant with me, but it's the Drag Race Philippines Meet the Queens. We're here information and like what the new cast is and all that kind of stuff. And then we're going to talk about some of the Emmy nominations. By the way, Janelle James is a Libra. Her birthday is September 23rd, day before mine. She's nominated again for an Emmy. Cheryl got it last year. I'll be happy if Cheryl gets it again, but I really want Janelle James to get that Emmy, bitch. I want her to get that Emmy so bad. And finding out she's a Libra, I was like, oh, that's why I love her. I was like, oh, that's it all makes sense. No. But no, okay, I'm done talking. Love y'all down. I'll see you tomorrow for all of that. And then remember, Fridays, Drag Race Mexico, Saturdays, All Stars 8, and Sunday is Japan. Thank you for your honesty. Thank you for your support. And thank you for being here for me today. You are more than loved, and I love y'all down. And thank you for the love back. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Listen.